I want you to think about something that just the mere thought of doing gives you a burst of motivation, something that you really enjoy doing and you have a pretty easy time doing. You just like it. You like it, you're passionate about it. Now, what if I were to tell you that training can be this thing? Now, hear me out. When I started training, I was fat. I was not in good shape. I was not really passionate about it. I remember this 20-minute workout that I was doing back in the days. At home, I bought this dumbbell and I started curling it and doing that workout from an app. I remember me like halfway through it thinking to myself, bro, what the fuck? How am I going to do it consistently for the next years? Now, as you can see, I've made a pretty good amount of results. I've made a lot of progress. And that's the thing. At first, I was not passionate about training at all. I didn't like it at all, especially when I was doing it at home. But I've managed to develop passion to it. In this video, I will try to help you develop more passion towards training. I will tell you exactly how you do it. Now, of course, there is a degree of individual variation. Some people are different than others. Some people are just prone to hate training more than others, but I genuinely think that in the grand scheme of things, we all can develop some level of passion towards this activity, towards being active, towards training to some extent. Why? Because that's just you, and that's one of the only things that I can confidently say that we were evolved to do. We were evolved to move. We were evolved to lift heavy shit. That's the only logical conclusion that you can arise from the environment in which humans evolved. We evolved in an environment that required a lot of strength, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, especially physically hard work. And I genuinely think that by neglecting this part of your life, you don't only neglect part of your health, which is a massive part of it, you also neglect one part of mental health that is very important. And we all know that training is so important for developing a muscular and a healthy body. So how do you actually develop passion to it? I will tell you exactly how I've managed to do it. When I started training, I was not passionate about it, I didn't really like it, I went with discipline and I did it. I remember the first few walks, not workouts, walks that I went to at 5:30 AM in the morning. And I remember that feeling that I had. I felt proud. Why? Because I did what I knew that I should have been doing. I did that thing. And I knew that I should be doing it. And it made me proud knowing that I do the thing that gets me closer to my desired outcome, to my goal, to me having a muscular body. I took pride in the thing that I do. I took pride in my actions and by extension my mind, my character to be more specific. And that's the first place, that if you don't have a lot of passion towards training, you should draw your motivation, your passion, your desire to train in general, not just about motivation, not just about this feeling from. And it is the character that you develop by doing this thing. Because genuinely think about it, it's really simple. So listen up. When one says that he is hardworking, essentially what does he say? Because saying I'm hardworking is meaningless without having a definition for what hardworking is. Being hardworking is doing hard work consistently. And when one says that he's hardworking, it basically says that he has been doing hard work consistently. And that's the thing, you develop the character by proving yourself that you have the character. And a good character is a character that you take pride in, that you are passionate to develop, that you wanna develop. And that's the first phrase that you should develop your passion towards training from. It is about being passionate, not to get the results of training, not to train, but to develop the character that comes from training. And that's the first place that I drew my motivation from. But then, after I got more into fitness, after I started to watch more fitness videos from people like Jesse James West and Will Tennyson, I developed a second type of motivation, passion. Not because I was just genetically prone to be motivated towards fitness. Now, I have pretty good genetics when it comes to seeing results in the gym. That's another thing that got me more into fitness for sure, because we develop passion for what we are good at. That's just human nature. And because of that, I developed more passion through that. But I developed a lot of passion when I was not training in the gym, when I was not seeing a lot of progress, by just getting immersed into the world of fitness, into the fitness industry, into fitness videos, into watching these guys lifting and keeping a good diet. I got more like them. So you probably know this saying of we are the average of the 5 things that influence us the most. If you put fitness in there by watching fitness videos or having friends who go to the gym, if you put fitness this way in there, you will become more passionate about it by default. And it goes in the same token, if you have friends who are passionate about training, you are the average of the 5 things that influence you the most. If your friends are passionate about something, just through them being passionate about it and you spending time with them, you will develop more passion towards this thing. So you can also gain your passion from your friends, and you can also gain your passion from watching a video like this one, because I'm pretty passionate about fitness. I go to the gym 6 times per week. I like the gym, I enjoy training, I enjoy seeing the results, and by watching these videos, you get influenced to be more like me, and by extension, to train more. So it is about getting influenced more to train and getting influenced more by people who train and like training. And then there is the last place in which I will talk about that motivation, that passion can come from. I talked about it during this video for a very short period of time, and it is about results. So let's talk about one thing, right? Whatever, you can call it chess, you can call it training, you can call it fitness, you can call it running, whatever. Something that you don't really like to do, that you are not passionate about, that you pretty much hate to do, that is hard, but you go and do it, right? And as you do it, you start to see results in it, and after a month you become the best at it in the world. Now, this thing, even though you didn't really like it at the beginning, even though you were not passionate about it, even though it was hard and you sucked at it, and it sucked to do it, to be more specific, you became the best at it. My question is, if there was a guy like that, not you, that was like that at first hated to do that thing because it was hard for him, but then he became the best in the world at it because of his genetics, whatever, right? Would he develop passion to it just by becoming the best at the world at it? To some extent, not to a very large extent, not to the largest extent, but to some extent. Would he develop passion to it to some extent? The answer is probably yes. It's not probably yes, it's yes. He would become more passionate about it because he would be the best in the world at it. And that's the thing. That's just the most extreme archetype of achievement. If you will see some results in training, you will definitely become more passionate about it. That's why, one of the reasons, right, I can't lie, to why I've developed some passion towards training, because I've seen a lot of results in it, and you can see a lot of results in training too, especially in the first stages because of the newbie gains, and you do it by training correctly, right, with a good technique, with a good intensity, with a good training plan, and keeping a good diet and sleeping enough. And if you want to learn exactly how to do that, you can check out the course in the description. It's now free, and that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe. If you want to get free stuff, link in the description as we have addressed, and I will see you tomorrow.